Hey folks, welcome back to C. Risner Cutlery. I'm Brian, and today we've got two of our C. Risner brand knives in front of us that we're going to take a look at. You probably recognize these already. We've got the Ohio Riverjack and the Lake Champlain Barlow, both original designs by Austin Jackson. Those of you who have followed us for a while probably know that the Ohio Riverjack was the first original knife design from C. Risner Cutlery, and has been out for about a year now. The Lake Champlain Barlow is a brand new pattern that's just been released this past few weeks. So let's take a quick look at both of these modern traditional slip joints. We'll compare them a bit and discuss some of the differences between them. The Ohio Riverjack and the Lake Champlain Barlow are what we call a modern traditional slip joint. But what does that mean? Well, a slip joint is a knife that opens manually, meaning you have to grab the blade and pinch or pull it open, rather than use a flipper tab or a thumb stud or a button or any of the many other kinds of actions found on a knife. There's usually a half stop and the blade is held open by the tension of the spring. There's no locking mechanism and the blade closes by overcoming the tension of the spring. Some well-known makers of slip joint knives include Risner Cutlery, Case, Shatton Morgan, and Cooper Cutlery. When we say these are modern traditional slip joints, the modern refers to the materials used. GEC commonly uses 1095 carbon steel for the blades and handle materials like micarta and natural bone, whereas the Ohio Riverjack and Lake Champlain Barlows you'll find more modern materials like premium stainless steel blades, titanium bolsters, and carbon fiber handles. They function the same, but Austin wanted to bring a more modern variation of the traditional working knife to the market. The Ohio Riverjack and Lake Champlain Barlow are built with that in mind. They're well built with daily use and carry expected. These knives look great, but they're really meant to be used in the real world and not just to sit on your shelf. So let's open up some of these and we'll get more into the details of how the Lake Champlain Barlow and the Ohio Riverjack are similar, but also we'll look at some of the major differences between these two modern traditional slip joint knives. This is the Lake Champlain Barlow. It's the newest release from C. Risner brand and designed by Austin Jackson. This model features the green natural micarta handle and a sheep's foot blade, but they're also available in a clip point as well as a variety of different micarta or carbon fiber handles. There's even titanium handled versions available as well. Just like the Ohio Riverjack, these were manufactured by QSB and they did an excellent job once again. The action is smooth, there aren't any gaps between handle materials and bolsters, and the factory edge is exceptionally sharp due to the hollow ground blade. Let's take a look at the Ohio Riverjack next, and then we'll put them next to each other. This is the Ohio Riverjack, the first knife released by C. Risner brand back in 2022. Designed with use in mind, it's a fairly large slip joint with chamfered bolsters and a large handle that allows a strong, reliable grip when holding it in your hand. Just like the Lake Champlain Barlow, this knife is also available in a few different configurations, including the spear point and Wharncliffe blade, in addition to the sheep's foot blade you see here. You won't find these in camo carbon, but they do come in green, tan, and black micarta. You might be noticing some similarities between the two knives. They both feature a good sized blade and have titanium bolsters with a bit of fluting to give some extra style points. Both of these knives are high quality, dependable slip joints that'll last a lifetime if properly cared for. Now let's put them side by side and go over them together. Okay, up top is the Lake Champlain Barlow. This one is the Halloween night handle and it's got a clip point blade on it. Below is the Ohio Riverjack in black canvas micarta and with a Wharncliffe blade. We'll start with the blades and then we'll work our way down the knife. Both of these slip joints use Böhler M390 steel in their blades. M390 is a top shelf stainless steel that holds an excellent edge, it's very rust resistant, and it's not too difficult to sharpen up when it comes time. The Ohio Riverjack is flat ground, giving it a solid blade stock all the way through to the edge, whereas the Lake Champlain Barlow features a hand finished hollow grind, meaning that the blade is tapered down to a very thin edge, giving it excellent slicing ability in exchange for a little bit of blade thickness. The Lake Champlain Barlow also retains the oversized nail pull found on the Riverjack, which makes opening the blade simple and easy even when you're wearing gloves. For blade length, the LCB runs a bit longer at 3.5 inches compared to the Riverjack's blade, which is just a hair short of 3 inches long. If you live in an area where blade length is a legal concern, The Ohio Riverjack will probably keep you out of trouble in most jurisdictions. Overall, the Lake Champlain Barlow is the larger knife, coming in at 7 3/4 inches fully open, while the Riverjack runs 6 2/3 inches. Both knives are big enough to tackle most of your day-to-day cutting jobs. If you really need some extra blade, the Ohio Riverjack even comes in a 2-bladed design, giving you a spear point and a Wharncliffe blade packed into one. Okay, let's get into the handles now. These are the green micarta versions of the Lake Champlain Barlow and Ohio Riverjack. Both have large, oversized titanium bolsters, and they each share a flute running across the face of each side. The hardware on each of these knives are titanium Torx screws, and each one's flush to the handle. Like I said, these are the green canvas micarta handles, but you can get the Lake Champlain in a variety of carbon, micarta, or titanium handles while they're still in stock. Also, as a side note, each C. Risner brand knife has a leather protective slip designed for it that is also available. These are handmade in the United States out of top quality leather, and the Ohio Riverjack and Lake Champlain Barlow both fit nicely inside. They'll keep your knife from getting scratched up by car keys and things like that, and they just look really nice too. So that's the Ohio Riverjack and the Lake Champlain Barlow, the first two slip joint designs from C. Risner brand. These are well-built, modern traditional slip joints designed for the knife enthusiast and anyone who needs a high-quality knife in their pocket. We really appreciate you watching. Feel free to subscribe to the channel for more knife content. And thanks again, have a great week, and we'll see you next time.